So welcome to another Just Chatting vlog. This time it's fully British. We're talking about tea.
So I thought I'd bring along my nice new T2 tea mat. I'm not going to do an unboxing because it's very used, but I brought the box because it looks quite modern.
The unboxing video.
Yes.
This is unique.
It is. It's the unboxed boxed video. But this is the T2 tea.
It is well used. You can see the stains.
Yeah, it's got tea stains on it. But it's a nice reinvention of a teapot. You know, here's a nice classic teapot. I use this a lot. This has also got stainage inside because you should never properly wash a teapot. You build patina, you build flavour into the teapot. I'm sure that people are going to disagree with that at some point. I rinse mine out, and if it goes mouldy, it goes through the dishwasher. But I don't actually, polish it with the older suds. Same with this one; it just gets rinsed out. But it does come to pieces, so I
just realised this is the T2. So this is the Terminator of tea making devices.
It is the Terminator of tea. It's got this nice little mesh filter in there. And what I like about it the most is when you get your tea in there, you pick it up and it doesn't do anything, and when you're ready, you just drop it on a mug and there's a little valve at the bottom which then pours through. It's cleaned, it got washed. That's why you should have had a nice little absorbent tea tablecloth on here.
So if you're not from England, you're probably wondering, who gives a crap about tea? And you're completely right. But you know, the British Empire was made and we won battles on tea.
Yes, it's in our blood, literally.
That's right. And any good Brit will tell you, when you're going to a foreign country, you need to take your own tea bags.
And not like...
Because English breakfast tea, it's not tea.
Not this American Lipton stuff which they leave on the side with water which is maybe 60 degrees.
I don't know me, I don't like my tea bag left in my cup.
It has to be left in for a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't like to drink it with the tea bag.
It just gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and it's not right.
No.
So there's a right way to make a cup of tea. So we'll get some boiling water, and it has to be boiling. It has to be 100. Well,
hang on, I've just realised the first problem.
You've got to choose your tea.
No. I went to the house to boil the kettle and get the kettle. It's not here.
I'll tell you what, magic of TV. If we just like sit really still for a second, and then
there's no way I'm going to have to sit back in this spot again in a minute. But anyway, it's going to be here.
It's going to be magic. Go on then.
Okay, we're back.
Oh look, a teapot's appeared in your hand. It's magic.
No, it's a kettle, not a teapot. That's a teapot.
Yeah, teapot. Yeah, good point. There is a fundamental problem. See, this is boiling water, so we have to make a decision fairly quickly. Most of these teas should be drank at 100 degrees, but there is a fruit tea over there which is good between 80 and 100 degrees, okay? It does make a difference.
So, Alexa, Earl Grey, hot.
I'm not sure what you meant by that question.
We're not there yet, are we? There is some Earl Grey, it's quite a nice one. It's not the best I've had.
She can do that. You ask her.
Alexa, some Earl Grey, please.
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Well, let's go. Alexa, Earl Grey, hot.
That beverage has not been programmed into the replication system.
Yay!
Very good, very good.
Third time lucky. Right, so what are we doing with this warm water?
You've got to decide which tea you want first. So we've got some Russian Caravan, some sort of like an Assam blend. We've got some English breakfast tea. We've got some Shanghai chai, Earl Grey, obviously hot, and then there's a berry thing from Wittars, which is actually really quite surprising. It smells amazing.
That's girl tea, isn't it?
It is, but I quite like it, to be honest. The great thing about that one is you can get about like 3-4 cups out of it. You can reuse your dregs.
Well, in a Brexit society, you know, we can't afford tea bags because they have gone up, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, the Shanghai chai. Do you like mint tea?
I don't mind a mint tea.
That's quite nice. Choose your
one.
pot. Yeah.
Well, I think I also have English breakfast in the Tassimo for later comparison.
That might be good.
But anyway. Is this the wrong one?
Yeah, it was English breakfast. I've reused the tea.
I was going to say, you've confused me here.
Have a sniff.
There's a problem here. It's not tea bags. It's what the There's potpourri in a pot.
It does smell quite nice. You can just leave it on the side. It's fine. Put a candle underneath it and...
Okay. So the extent of my tea drinking, when I do drink a tea...
It comes with those little paper things.
It's with a tea bag.
Yeah, what they do is, they make this tea, okay,
Yes.
then they sweep up the stuff that's left over on the floor,
Yeah.
in dustpan, then pour it into tea bags and they sell it to you.
That's great.
You get like fake tea. This is
Yeah.
real tea. You actually see the leaves later because it
Okay.
expands.
This is. I'm sure there's many of you watching this that are in. I guess you're also wondering what the hell has this got to do with technology or geekery? I think it's tea geekery. I think.
Well, I tend to find that when you've got like at the moment, I'm trying to get some Harbin Carbon speakers working with my smart things, and I drink a lot of tea whilst doing that. So there is a tenuous link at this point. There's cardamom pods in that.
There is cardamom pods in it. It's
Yeah.
like a ball tea, but not.
There's cinnamon in there as well.
But this is basically if you're. There's lots of people like coffee. I don't like
Yeah.
coffee at all, really. But there's people that are very funny about their coffee beans. So this is the English tea version. I think Americans love coffee, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're
Well-
probably going, oh, you must use a certain type of.
They use that slightly
Bean.
weak coffee, not Italian roast, double espresso.
Okay.
But you know,
There they are now.
they're quite keen.
So anyway, what are we doing with this?
So do you
need
have
to
a
take
teaspoon?
over. Here's one I made earlier.
What, does smell nice. I think this is another Whittard's one, actually. So what we do is, this is going to make enough for 2 cups, but these are quite
on
large
here now,
cups.
it's going to leak.
Yeah. So what we do is we take a couple of teaspoons of this. Don't have to be particularly big teaspoons.
That's more than you get in a tea bag, is it?
Yeah, that'll do. And pour some boiling water in.
Glamorous assistant. How much do I put in?
Right to the top. You can see all the floaty bits, you can see the cloves, you can see the cinnamon, the cardamom, the tea leaves. Keep going a little bit more.
Keep going. It's going to get. You're going to spill it. Oh look, that was a pointless update of.
Alexa, set a timer for 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
There we go. You can't rush this
Starting
thing.
You can't.
So you could just kind of
We could
sit
ask.
here.
You could ask Alexa about tea.
Oh yeah, Alexa, tell us about tea.
Tea is an aromatic beverage commonly prepared by pouring hot or boiling water over cured leaves of the Camellia sinensis, an evergreen shrub native to Asia.
There you go.
Alexa, anything else? No, it doesn't.
No.
There's also peppercorn. There's a peppercorn floating in the middle at the moment. It's quite fun to watch it.
See, to me, I haven't got time to wait for this.
Yeah, but you can't rush something good.
My Tassimo can make me a tea very quickly.
Yeah, but it doesn't make tea that tastes like this.
Oh,
It
yeah.
tastes tea that's close, probably.
I've got some green tea actually. I think somewhere.
Ah, you have to go get that. I always find with the Tassimo that because you can put coffee through right before you do a tea, then you get like toffee flavoured
Yeah.
sear.
So should we use the powers of technology
We could just sit for 4 minutes.
and we'll come back?
yeah,
so the 4 minutes
probably
is up.
probably good. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wouldn't be asked.
You have to do something else. You can't just sit waiting for 4 minutes. This is why I like Alexa, because I can make the tea, go into something else, forget I've made tea, and at some point she'll start beeping at me. I've turned my volume up as well on my alarm.
Oh, I saw that's in the settings, isn't it?
Yeah. You also can choose different tunes. I haven't selected those
No.
yet.
You want to
If I feel so inclined, round about now, I might just give it a little cheeky little stir.
Stir.
It releases some of that aroma which covers up the fart I dropped earlier.
That's so going in.
It's sophisticated, this little chat. Tea and farts. Open that and sniff it. It's plastic. It looks like glass.
Health and safety.
Yeah, again, it could be pot puree or pot puree.
That isn't a nice smell.
Really? You like that? It's like really fruity. There's lumps of strawberries in there.
I think if you smell it, not as
it's like
extremely
sweet
as I
shot.
did.
Yeah, I'm surprised you put your nose right into something I told you to smell.
I'm sure it tastes better than it smells. But I don't smell that and think, yes.
And you can see the little flowers that are coming off.
Yes.
I think they're hibiscus flowers in that one.
So I think I mentioned this to you before. This is kind of like the coffee plungy things.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Like a cafetiere, yeah.
But without the plungy and without the coffee.
Exactly, yes. You could probably use this to make coffee, to be honest. If we had a smaller mug, I brought these beastly little mugs. I'm not sponsored by Whittards, but I seem to have a lot. There's a Whittards at the train station at New Street, so it's quite easy to get into. But if you have a slightly smaller mug,
oh my word! Alexa, stop.
If you have a smaller mug, Alexa, stop. It's like all women in our lives just
She's not listening. Alexa, stop.
Right.
We'll cover our annoyances with the echo in another video.
So if I had a smaller mug or cup, I would just sit this over the top, and this doesn't fit. So I'm going to pretend by using my fingers.
Okay.
There we go. Now you see the fundamental flaw in this.
Yes.
There's a lot of fluid. Just get a last little dribble out, give it a shake.
Yeah.
Just helps, otherwise it goes down your trouser leg. There you go. What do you think of the colour?
Well, if I'm honest, it looks like when I urinated.
Too much beer.
That's right.
Well, it's going to be about 100 degrees, so it depends how asbestos your mouth is.
Well, I don't have a Teflon tongue. Is that a bit?
It would be a little bit, yes. It's not perfect, I'll be honest. It lets little bits through the gauze.
It smells like green tea.
Got a bit of a tingle on your tongue.
So I have to say, it just tastes like the ones that comes on my Tassimo.
Oh dear.
Shit, that's hot though.
By any chance, is it a Whittard Shanghai chai?
It isn't. It is.
Just checking.
You're
You're not getting the mint or the cloves or the peppercorns.
No.
Has the chilli sauce in your kebab earlier killed your taste buds?
What I really have going on right now is damn that's hot and I burnt my tongue.
A gift that keeps on giving for a couple of days, isn't
So,
it?
again, because I'm not a tea connoisseur, again, I'm not just being awkward for the sake of awkwardness, even though this is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think it tastes better?
I think you get more choice, and you get a bigger flavour, I think, from real tea. I've done a lot of Tetley and a lot of Thai food. It's tea, it's convenient. You can drop a tea bag into it and within like 20 seconds it's almost ready to be used. You try that with real tea and no. And the flavours are a lot bigger.
Do you know the reason behind that?
Surface area. So the stuff in the tea bag's mashed up, it's got a massively high surface area, so as soon as the water goes in it just riches out all that colour, that flavour very, very, very quickly. So it can be a bit harsh and in your face, whereas a tea bag, it's a smaller surface area, so it's going to take a bit longer to come out the flavour. I don't know if there's any difference in terms of storage and the way you dry the tea. I don't know, I tend to find that real tea has a slightly more tea-like flavour than a classic modern builders, which you can't beat really.
But now, like I said, you can reuse it again, so if you want to make another couple of cups, you probably can.
Oh yeah.
But obviously you've got to clear all that out.
Oh, you give it a good shake and a rinse and it kind of just...
So, again, because these are questions that people need to know, is it dishwasher safe?
That is, yes.
And how annoying... It looks like it might be something that is annoying to wash.
I don't find it... The biggest annoyance with it is because of this lid, which apparently does come off, but...
It looks like if it came off, it
would never go back on again.
Yeah.
So when you wash it up, I tend to sit it on a pint glass upside down, so it can sit on that, and the lid can dangle down, and otherwise I don't see how it can drain and dry. And as you noticed, the actual plastic here is starting to stain a little bit from the teas. I tend to just rinse it out, to be honest, rather than give it a lot of soap and a lot of polishing. It probably needs to be run through the dishwasher at some point just to really clear it. I always worry about dishwashers damaging plastic.
Well, it makes it do that crappy business in the inside, doesn't it? So I guess to wrap up, are there other things? Well, yeah. So why did you decide to get this? And
Because it was gadgety.
Are there other things like this?
So
like, what are your? I mean, I've never seen anything
the
like this
options,
before.
you just shove your tea bag in there, or your loose tea in there.
That's awesome. Oh, then you use one of those little crappy little
strainers.
Yeah.
And you always forget to put the strainer on your mug. So the first thing you go, oh look, I've done that, and then drink the tea and you get a weird mouthful of something unpleasant.
That always happens to me when you go to a conference and they've obviously got posh tea because, you know, why wouldn't they have posh tea?
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, I'll sort myself out some tea, and you pour it out and then you get like a load of leaves in there and you're like, that's what that little thing for is over there.
Yeah.
Now look at that, idiot, because I'm not sophisticated and don't know how to pour myself a cup of tea properly.
You get the mesh ball. That's a cheap, quite a popular one as well. It's 2 halves of mesh that opens up. You put your tea in the half, close it up, drop it in. I tend to find all the tea sort of manages to escape out that middle seam because it never quite seals properly. The other one is you can get a little insert that goes into a teapot. They're quite popular as well. The tea then gets constrained inside that pot, so I quite like that because it spreads the tea out a lot. Yeah, those are your choices. I think this is the best of both worlds because there's a large area the tea can all swirl around. It's not constrained, and then it's got its. You can't forget to strain that.
No.
Cool. So just sit here, drink our tea, and then try you some breakfast tea and see what you think compared to the old Tassimo.
I think we should. Well, actually, I think if I got green tea, we should definitely have green tea.
Oh yeah, green tea would be
just so
good.
we can.
Yeah.
So I think, seeing as this is a just chatting session, we can talk about things other than just the tea.
Well, yeah, we could do.
So
The tea's quite good.
But they always talk about the price of tea, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know why they talk about the price of tea. It must be something that's very fluctuating. But shall we talk about our recent discussions on? Well, we're not economists or experts on any such things or political goodness, but obviously post-Brexit, pound's in the crapper. Everyone's worried about what's happening in the US elections, and one thing we've noticed already is if you live in the UK and you like buying your tech, things have suddenly become a lot more expensive.
Microsoft are about to throw 22% onto Azure.
Yeah, I was thinking about upgrading my Macs, well, one of them, until I saw that, wow, like, and I think I wasn't thinking about buying the black power PC, but they put the price up of that £300.
Yeah.
Just because. So literally, like last week it was £300 less than it is this week. No spec change, just, you know.
It's like Europe.
That's right, it's the pound, it's in the toilet. Which I guess part of me gets it, right? It makes, you know, I mean, regardless of the fact that Apple have got more money than they know what to do with, aside from that, you know, they are a business there to make money. But, you know, if the pound suddenly becomes more valuable tomorrow,
they won't change their prices that quickly.
Are they going to say, oh, okay, we're not £300 off because, you know, we don't need to make all the money now?
No, unfortunately they won't. So what we're basically saying is buy a lot of gadgets right now. I mean, go on the credit cards, remortgage your house, sell your daughters, whatever. Just buy your tech now before you really notice the prices anymore changing. I mean, I think that's sound financial advice.
Yeah, well, I think we've got a video coming out in a month or so, which is the Canary IP camera, and that is a prime example already. That normally, well, it cost me when I got the one that has been reviewed £120, and already it's £150.
Wow.
So a £30 price change for no reason, and if anything, it's kind of strange because a new version of it's coming out. So it's not like normally things get cheaper when a new one's coming out, right? So. Actually, I think there were some other things that I saw recently that have gone up in price, but so it's just lots of things like so we've mentioned the Echo a few times. I wonder if that's going to go up. Like all these things, especially coming up towards Christmas. I guess my brain's in two minds of, are people going to hold off until after Christmas, or are they going to utilise the fact that people are going to buy stuff at Christmas, so we might as well put the money up because they're not going to not buy the things, are they?
The cynic would say that's exactly what Apple's just done.
It is what they've done.
Well, yeah. Then we can only hope that Trump gets in next week and the dollar just crashes. I mean, assuming the world doesn't end shortly afterwards, that could fix the currency problems, and then Apple will have to drop the prices again to like $3 because the dollar will be worth nothing.
Yeah.
We'll be sorted again. You can go on holiday again, and a beer won't cost £12. That'd be quite nice. If we have to slurp the tea. Yeah, don't get your pinky out as well.
Sorry.
There you go, that's better. More sophisticated.
Right, let's do a quick transition whilst I see if I can find a Tassimo capsule to simulate the same thing. I don't know if we've got any cups over here.
We can rinse these out.
We can rinse these.
Unless you want to compare and contrast. Have the two mugs next to each other. Stomach says no. Foolishly probably smell this now, which is...
Okay, so we're back. This is a Twinings green tea and mint.
That's just...
From the Tassimo. Right, let's smell the difference.
There's a lot of green tea in that green tea. Does one smell sweeter to you?
So this one does smell nicer.
Oh, good.
I would agree with that. We can each slip from the different side of the cup.
Oh, that's good.
That's what she said.
Go for the different side of the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Hot again. I can taste the mint.
Yeah.
That's it. I can taste mint and water.
It's mint tea!
It's just got no depth.
Of course it's going to taste mint and water, it's mint tea!
I can taste
it. You've taken mint and you put water in it.
You can taste like the green tea in this. You taste the mint, the cardamom. There's more flavours going on in there. Admittedly, that is just a mint and green tea, and that isn't a good. But
so how much is one of these?
This £20.
Yeah.
The tea that goes into it, I think it was about £6 for 100 grams.
And so how many tea? So £6. That's not bad, is it?
So
you get quite a few cups for £6.
50 cups, give or take.
Yeah.
How much is a Tassimo pod?
These ones are about, I guess, £3.50 for 16, I think.
Wow. I can't do that maths in my head. It's too complicated. 20p each.
Alexa, what's 315 divided by... What did I say?
16.
I can't find the answer to
Can't remember.
the question I heard.
Alexa, what's 315 divided by 16?
315 divided by 16 is 19.69.
I was close with 20p.
Yeah.
So they're 20p versus... Oh, cross. What? Alexa, what's 600 divided by 50? It's going to be about 9.
600 divided by 50 is 12.
There you
So
go.
it is
Half the cost.
Not half the cost.
Ignoring the
Isn't it?
teapot.
Yeah.
How much was your Tassimo?
I can't remember. It's ages ago.
Actually, I think you got a really good deal.
I did get a really good deal on it. Yeah.
But it's probably about £30, isn't it?
Probably about £30. Yeah. So it's about the same. Except for this. This is a real gadget, the Tassimo, because it has lights and it beeps and stuff.
That doesn't. I mean, you can.
That's it, yeah.
We can do the noises if you want, but which makes better tea? Sometimes, that's the thing about Apple products.
I do think that this does make... this is probably the most boring video on... We can run a water boring video on YouTube.
Yeah.
But no, I do think that there is a slightly better tea.
I mean, it does look nicer than Tassimo, that T2. It's see-through. It's got
It is.
acrylic. But if you look at an Apple laptop, right?
Yeah.
It's just silver with a single illuminated Apple symbol, okay? This is see-through with a T2 relief across the top.
True.
It's simplicity. Johnny would be very, very, very pleased, I think, with that tea.
Johnny Ives.
Yeah.
I can't even do an impression of him.
It's very hard. I can't know.
No, even just trying to think about it now. No, I just could make even more of a fool of myself than we have already by trying to do an impression of it.
But I want to watch a video of it on YouTube now. See what you've done.
So, is there anything else that's worth us discussing before we wrap this one up?
I think we need to try black tea. Just to...
Black tea?
Yeah, just a plain old proper black tea. See what you think about that.
I think I've got Earl Grey. I haven't got a normal other tea.
Okay, well, yeah.
Okay.
Have a sniff of the caravan.
But we need to clean that crap out now.
Mm.
Have a sniff of my caravan.
Yeah, that's the...
Oh, this stuff.
Yeah. That's one of my favourite
Probably
teas.
some sort of
It's
euphemism. It's very dark.
a black tea.
Jesus! Hang on. I recognise this now. You scraped this out of the bottom of your log fireplace, don't you?
Exactly. Do you know what Russian caravan is? So
It sounds like the waste and the logs of your...
it kind of is. They used to carry the tea in the caravans, okay? And they'd have the log burners keeping them warm.
And when someone
and
burnt the
smoke
caravan
tea.
down.
Yeah. There we go. But that's what Russian caravan tea is.
So
It's
my
smoked tea.
nose is doing a good job of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just I'll be honest, I was free at B&B and stayed there. But, you know, it's loose black tea.
So you robbed this
Yeah,
from a residential establishment?
I thought if you get really into it, you know, there's another tea you could try. That's like an assembler. That was actually quite nice.
That's someone trying to be posh that isn't it? That's like worth like 50p or something from the charity shop.
Probably, yeah. It's a Norfolk blend. The Earl Grey.
That's got strange bits in it as well.
It's lumps of lemon and, yeah. Floral. That one's actually a bit disappointing.
I'm not sure what the word is I'm looking for. I don't know if pompous is the right word. Is that the right word for such beverages that's
could-
got stuff in it?
It could be. There's a little bit of... yeah, that's just plain tea. You should have no problem with that. It just smells like tea.
Yes, I would agree.
It's not Twinings.
So you're just
That's T2 black tea.
Oh, they do their own brand of tea, then?
Yeah, T2 did loads of tea. So
Does that work better with their device? Is it proven not to void the warranty?
Russian caravan. The thing I like about their teas is actually it tells you at the top which
One per cup.
one per cup, the temperature and how long you should brew it. So that's when I said to Alexa, please brew it for 4 minutes because it's the advice of the tea maker.
It says 2 to 4 minutes.
But they,
So if you like weak tea, you do for 2 minutes.
I
If you
do.
like
Yeah,
strong tea.
if you're a pansy, you go for like,
Yeah.
you know, if you dip that tea bag in, pull it out, pour in a lot of milk, and scare the mug with the flavours of tea.
It's not. I do agree. I don't drink lots of tea, but when I have a tea, I want it to be tea,
Yeah,
not
it's like coffee.
milk.
You need coffee that, you know, it tastes like coffee. You sit there, you drink it, then you're, oh, I'm awake now. That was coffee.
I prefer a Monster.
Ah.
Right. I feel like we should be discussing something more constructive than we are. But
We could talk about, you know. Do you want to slip it in or do talk that later? That's a separate video. Okay, yeah. I've got to think of the numbers.
so I think of the numbers.
We could go and boil the kettle, I suppose, because it needs to be hot. I mean, that's
It's
too
still
cold
good.
now.
It's still good.
Is that, do you have a temperature gauge? Can we check the temperature?
I
of
can
the
pour it
water?
over the canary and see if it breaks.
That's another video, isn't it?
Hot, hot, hot.
Earl Grey hot. It doesn't do that. Yeah. Did you program that, or was it
No,
just so it doesn't?
that's an Easter egg. There you go, an Easter egg that you have learnt. Right, let's make other tea.
Yeah.
We also need to change the battery.
Oh, I thought they were charged, these batteries.
Well, they were, but we've been talking for a long time about pointless things.
Quite clear.
We've already exceeded our memory card limit.
Yeah, it's
Right.
an interesting subject.
So,
Tea.
Earl Grey,
Hot.
hot. Make it happen.
Yeah. Make it so. Okay. Do you have the teaspoon? Yeah, you do have the teaspoon.
Yes.
Excellent.
So here's
Is that black tea, is it?
Twinings Earl Grey.
Ah, fantastic. Let's go for some. Do you want Earl Grey or do you want to
Well,
try?
this is Earl Grey because this is the
Okay.
whole point, isn't it? We're
Pass the Earl Grey. Now, I'll be honest. This is the thing I also like about this. I personally find that this on its own isn't strong enough for me. So what I do is a good couple of teaspoons. Would you mind passing the black tea as well? And I'm going to make my own special Ed blend.
So now we're head blend. You don't want to say that too fast, do you?
Just literally a little bit of black tea as well, just to give it a bit more oomph. And do you want to add the water?
Yes. How long do we need?
I would say about 4 minutes again. Alexa, set a timer for 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Starting now.
You can't really reuse these leaves. Don't know why not, but it seems to that the flavour comes out of them a lot quicker. I don't know if it's drying process or what it does, but yeah. talk about the joys of milk. You know, do you milk first or do you milk afterwards?
You always milk after.
Always first.
No.
So there you go. Milk's in first. It's
No.
ready. But do you know why I used to put milk in first?
Well, because you're wrong.
No, it's a fascinating tea fact.
No, it isn't. You're supposed to put the milk in after. Everyone knows that.
No.
And also, you take the tea bag out before you put the milk in as well.
Yeah, you definitely do that. There's no
Yeah.
question about that. But in the old days, when they used to have fine china, darling. Oh yes, we're supposed to look up at Johnny Ive videos here. I don't know how to talk about him, you know, right? Okay. But anyway, we had fine china, okay? And the problem with it was, if you poured hot tea into the fine china, it would crack it. It would ruin it. Because, you know, in the old days, the china wasn't very good. So what you do is you put your milk in first to protect the china.
I see.
And then when you put the water in, it brings the temperature of the china up slowly.
But in the modern world, where we have heat-resistant crockery...
Yes. You can be a Philistine, put your water in first, because you clearly don't have the china.
No, the problem... See, here's my... This is this is fascinating.
Yeah, this is good.
My argument to counter that is, once you've put the milk in, you're committed.
You are. There's a skill involved.
So
You have to be a skilled tea maker.
Right, so you're in serious jeopardy of having a milky brew.
Yeah, it's a rookie mistake.
Whereas if you put the tea in first, you're in full control.
Yeah, you got your training wheels on. Yeah, you're right. You can then just pour in as much milk as you want. But then you have the same problem because you could slop too much in there, and then game over.
Well, yeah, but I think you're in more control when you can see what you're doing. You've got your levels, your colours are all there.
Well, I can't compare it. This is soy milk. You're gonna have dairy, so let's not make my farts any worse, shall we? Give me dairy. It'd be really quite bad for my wife.
Yeah, it's a good job this isn't smell-o-vision. Because it does reek of excrement in here.
And Earl Grey and
right, it's
peppermint tea.
So, just anyone else that's... I realised that the camera's all... It's different to what it was before, because it's all in your area.
I know, centre of the frame,
I know.
obviously.
What I was saying is a pro tip for any other YouTubers out there. If you're going to make a video, you probably don't want to have a kebab beforehand. If you're working in a confined space when it's cold outside, because you definitely don't want the windows open.
No.
But you definitely want the windows open.
Yeah. Also, don't sit on the sofa after you've eaten a large kebab, because then your distended belly is capable. You could sit a mug on it. So that's another pro tip. Also, don't do a YouTube video about tea. Well, we might be okay. I mean, the Tea Society might watch this.
That's right. The Tea Society might.
Well, I might get a sponsorship deal from T2.
I'm just looking forward to all the thumbs down. We want thumbs up.
Yes.
Just for pity.
Tell us in the comments about how you make tea. You know, what myths have you heard about milk first? Do you put milk in Earl Grey, or is it a squeeze of lemon? Captain Picard doesn't put milk in his Earl Grey.
I know. He's wrong as well.
Yeah,
you need to have milk in your tea.
You do. Yeah. Unless it's green and peppermint. Cause
yeah,
it's
that would be strange. Yeah.
Alexa, how long do we have left?
You have one timer with about 20 seconds left.
Ooh, there we go. Saved by the buzzer. Well, Alexa, I think you can stop the timer now. Try again. Alexa, stop the timer.
4-minute timer cancelled.
So I think... Oh yes, I forgot to do how it works. I think, what are you doing? So something more interesting, that I'm going to do a separate video on it anyway. Because the last thing we spoke about when we did the Just Chatting was electric skateboards, wasn't it?
Indeed.
I still love mine.
Oh yes.
It's expensive, but I'm so glad I got it.
I have a love-hate relationship with mine.
Yeah.
I'll be absolutely... Well, no, it's not the skateboard's fault. It's the curb's fault. Yeah. And the road.
Nothing to do with the person steering the vehicle.
No. I actually checked where I had a little hiccup, and I checked where I'd gone wrong, and I'd gone over this curb previously. But what happened is there's a section of curb about that wide, and the track between my wheels and my longboard is about that wide, and that happened to be about 2-3 inches lower. And so my longboard stopped, and I didn't, and I landed on my toe.
Rookie error.
Yeah.
Do you got any idea how many miles you've done on your electric skateboard together now?
None at all. I've charged it maybe 10-15 times, so it's probably going to be 60 miles, 40 miles, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've done about 60 miles on mine. It's good.
I've done that and only fallen off once. So I'm
I'm proud of it all.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
We had a bit of a leakage again on yours. He doesn't like you. It seems to just.
Those bits, you mean?
Yeah.
No, those bits got in there after the spoon when I decided to
You stirred it.
do my business. I'm just putting more bits in. Let's just put that.
You can see the lumps of citrus in there. I think you've probably taken another minute's worth of brewing. Oh, there's a lover of Earl Grey there if ever I saw one.
There's a bit in. There's a. Oh,
did you swallow a chunk?
a bit of leaf in the back of my throat there.
Bit of good wifey and swallow that.
Terrible.
Are you milking yours?
No, in just as fairness.
Okay.
Actually, I think they taste about the same.
That's got a stronger sort of black tea flavour to it.
But that's because that's a black tea and then that's a milky tea.
That's got milky tea, yeah.
Well,
there's a bitter note to it on the aftertaste, I think.
I think for my sanity and for everyone that's subscribed so far, thank you for not cancelling your subscription. And we'll be back next time. I think next time we're going to look at playing Jelly Bean Roulette, aren't we?
Yeah, that'll be
So
good.
more interesting, exciting things coming to Spectrum Geeks. Bye. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.